Hi friends, this video is going to be very helpful for the candidates who appeared for FRM Part I exam in recent attempts and were unable to clear this exam. In this session, we will try to understand what are the possible combinations of quartiles which leads to failure, and we will try to understand and interpret what that quartile combination means, and based on this we will also discuss what can be your strategy for coming examination. So in this video, I have created the matrix of all the possible combinations of quartiles which results in failure. So here we are not covering the quartiles which are likely to clear. Okay, so the performances which results in clearing the exam. Example, if you score 2222, then it is clear exam passing quartile. So we are not going to cover those quartiles. So we will mainly focus on the quartiles which leads to failure. And then we will interpret it. We will try to understand what leads to such quartile performances. And remember, every quartile section, like every combination of quartile, means something different. So you have to understand what is the meaning of that quartile. So before we begin the discussion, I would like to give you a few general points. So first of all, say if you fail to clear this exam, then don't feel disheartened. So first of all, this is big battle. So in the big battle, sometimes you win, sometimes you face defeat. So it's fine, okay? So I understand it is very difficult, but again, in big battles, all the things are possible, right? So you're not appearing for any normal certification exam where if you appear, you don't prepare or do anything and you are likely to clear. So FRM is not that exam. So it's a big battle, right? And we have to make sure we are prepared for this battle for the coming exam. So whatever happened. Don't carry that baggage with you for the coming exam. That is going to cause more problem. So make sure you learn your lesson and then we will start the preparation for the coming exam, right? Before we proceed further, this is a small announcement for you. This is applicable to the students who are planning to enroll for the classes or take the guidance for their coming preparation in case they failed in the exam. So for the November exam, we have 3 package options. So first is the mentorship program. In mentorship program, we will provide you complete content, video classes, fast track videos, question bank, study content and everything. It includes books as well in the PDF format. But with this, we will provide you mentorship program. So in mentorship program, starting from deciding your strategy or creating your strategy, preparation strategy, monitoring your performances, monitoring your mock test, guiding you on those mock tests and solving your doubts. So everything is included in the mentorship program. Then we have self-study program, which is a self-paced program. So we will provide you complete content, video classes and everything, like starting from the 20 section test, 3 full round of mock test, question bank, approximately 1500 questions, and books, PDF again, mind maps and so on. So the complete content will be available. This is without mentorship. Okay, so I will not provide you in-person mentorship, but definitely you can ask questions on forum. So we'll provide you the forum link. On that forum, you can ask questions or you can also WhatsApp me questions. And then we have the fast track program. Fast track program is for those students who already prepared everything and now want a proper guidance and want to revise their content in the fast manner. Now, if you're going with this self-study and you think like books which you used didn't help you a lot in your preparation, then I would recommend you our book, which is in the PDF format. And if you're from the India, you can also ask for the print copy, but again you have to first enroll or take the subscription of this book. So this book subscription comes with the mock tests and section test. So 20 round of section tests, 3 rounds of full mock test, book, revision books. So this is full book. Book is created using tables and lot of summaries and full explanations. So you will see there is a lot of difference between any other book versus Falcon's book. Here we have provided very detailed explanations for all the important concepts. So there is no comparison of Falcon's book versus any other book. Now, this book, as I was telling you, so this book comes with the subscription package. So this is 6-month subscription package. And in this, you can ask doubts on forum. So if you have any doubts, you can ask for the clarification. So again, this will come with the book subscription, that is PDF files, fast track notes, PDF files. With this, you will get section test, mock test, 20 round of section test, 3 round of mock test, and guidance as in on forum guidance. So that's all about the product information. Now we will start again, right? So this video is for everyone. Okay. So now see, everyone, those who were unable to clear the exam. So first of all, first we will try to understand the preparation level of students, and you have to judge in what category you fall. Okay. So this is the prep stands for the preparation level and revision stands for the revision level. So preparation and the revision, generally students solve questions. There are very less number of students who prepare and revise but don't solve questions. Okay, that combination is rare. Majority of the students either prepare properly or don't prepare properly, or fail to revise or revise properly. So this is a major category. Now see here, so this is the preparation, this is the revision, and 0 stands for no preparation at all. In FRM, a lot of students are working students, working professionals, and for working professionals, sometimes the commitments, work related commitments or personal life related commitments take all the time of their FRM preparation, so they are unable to prepare. So if you fall in this particular category, then obviously if you are unable to prepare, then obviously you won't be able to revise it, right? Say if you prepared 50% and then unable to revise, or prepared 50% and revised 50%. So this particular category, okay, so if you fall in these 3 sections, that is no preparation, no revision, half preparation, like 30 topics preparation, or say you prepared 1 or 2 subjects like that and didn't revise, or so say you revised 50% and prepared 50%. If you fall under this category, don't try to interpret your result. First and foremost, like most important point for you. So even if you have scored say first quartile, excellent quartile in subject which you haven't even touched in the preparation time, and say you scored first quartile, don't try to interpret it. It is highly likely that that excellent quartile was just a luck, okay? And if you assume that you are going to perform same in the coming exam, then that might create a problem for you. So don't do this. Second, there is one more possibility, that your educational background, the previous educational background was such that you already knew all the concepts of that particular subject. For example, you are coming from the CA or the CFA background. So maybe you are in the CFA level 2. So majority of the financial markets and products concept are known to you. And maybe there you face some problem with the revision and all. So you are unable to clear this exam. Then in that case, if you are interpreting like any quartiles, then it is fine. But if you are not from the education background, or you never had any prior knowledge of this syllabus, and if you have scored properly in 1 or 2 subjects, don't interpret it. You can interpret it if you had a prior educational background like a CA, CFA or similar, or maybe you are masters in quants and you scored first quartile in quants. So definitely you are going to, or you are more likely to score first quartile in even in coming exam, like that. Okay, so this is the first category. So first category, we divided 2 sections. One, those who had prior knowledge. Second, those who had no prior knowledge. No prior knowledge students should not interpret. Second, you prepared with 100% confidence, or you prepared everything properly, but you failed to revise or you didn't revise properly. If you fall under this category, then you have to make sure you manage your time in such a manner for coming exam that you get enough time for both preparation as well as revision. Now the big problem for you is, if you have prepared 100% curriculum, now again preparing the same curriculum is difficult. So for that particular thing, like you have to find out some, like you have to find some other ways to prepare the same curriculum again. Okay, that's going to be difficult. Know this in advance. And again, if you prepared 100% and revised 50%, 50% revision means like maybe you needed 2 revisions, but you did only 1 revision, like that. So if this is the case, then this particular video is for you. And if this is your case, that is you prepared 100%, you solved a lot of questions, you revised properly, and still you failed to clear this exam, then this video is most important for you. Without watching this video, or without knowing your quartile performances or understanding your quartile performances, whatever you do for the coming exam is more likely to create disaster for you than help you, right? So the first section is the worst performance section. So worst performance section is, so first let's start with the books. So book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4, you already know all this. Okay, so I have to make a point here. So book 1, 20 questions, book 2, 20 questions, book 3, 30 questions, book 4, 30 questions, total are 100 questions. And in this particular area, you have to understand one particular point. Scoring 4th quartile in book 1 is not same as scoring 4 in book 3. Okay. So because in book 1 you have only 20 questions, so scoring 4th quartile does not mean, like, it means you are losing less number of questions compared to when you score 4th quartile in book 3. So that's very important point. One more point which I forgot to mention in the beginning: your result is not decided based on your quartile performances, the subject wise performances. Your result is decided based on total number of questions you tick correct. It is always, and most probably will be, total number of questions correct, then there is a cutoff. So say 65 is the cutoff. Let's assume for this exam I consider like cutoff was around 60. Okay, this is my guess. So say cutoff is 60. So every student who scored total above 60 cleared exam, and every student who scored below 60 failed to clear exam, right? So this is the scenario. So you have to make sure you don't get confused with this particular fact. A lot of students think that if you score 4th in any one subject, then you fail in the exam. No, this is completely wrong. Your exam clearance or passing exam is based on total performance. These quartiles are provided as an additional information for the students who fail in the exam. So this information is provided for the students who clear exam as well as the fail exam. But the information is more relevant for the students who fail in the exam, so that this particular quartile section acts as a guidance for you, so that you can decide like what you need to do for the coming exam. Okay, so this is very important. You need to keep this in mind. Now we will start the interpretation of the quartile. So first, few combinations. So 4, 4, 4, 4, poor performance in all the subjects. Then 3, 4, 4, or 1, 3 and remaining 4. Or say 2 3s and 2 4s. So this particular section, if you fall under this category, simple recommendation for you: you have to start from the zero. Forget about whatever you prepared, whatever you did for the past exam, whatever you chose, question bank, classes, or any other thing. You have to start from the zero. Now here you have to make a judgment like how you are going to prepare for the coming exam. So if you say decided to go with this self-study and you scored like this, and you know by yourself that you are a good student, okay, as a student you are good, but you fail to clear this exam, then prefer getting guidance. The guidance can be from coaching institutes. I'm not saying like Falcon as an institute, any coaching institute or Falcon Institute. Guidance can be from the institutes or from those who cleared this exam, or maybe you have some senior who is certified FRM. So you can take guidance from anyone. Then you have to make sure you get the proper guidance. Again, this is applicable for those who did self-study. And a lot of times what happens is in self-study, you miss important points and this creates a disaster. FRM is difficult to clear without like proper guidance. So that thing you need to keep in your mind. Okay. Now see, start from the zero. Again, now I will assume you decide to go with the self-study. Okay. So forget about taking guidance and everything. Again, you failed with the self-study. Now again, you're going with the self-study. In this case, now you have to strategize your preparation. So take 1 or 2 subjects first and then appear for mocks. Mocks are very important. Why I'm saying this? So whatever happened in this exam happened, but at least now you should understand how you are performing for the coming exam. So what happens is, if you just prepare in same fashion, like the methodology you used for the previous exam, and now you are planning like you will use the same methodology for the coming exam. So I personally say like this. So you are making sure that your mistakes grow stronger, because maybe you made some mistakes in your preparation for the previous exam and now you are using the same methodology. So your mistakes will become more and more strong. Okay. So this will be problem for you. So you have to ensure that you change your preparation methodology. you change your preparation style and as well as the sequence if required. Maybe if you want, change your books if possible. And again, this is important for you. Okay, so take the guidance before doing any like making any decision. This is my recommendation for you. Now comes the next quartile. Okay, and one more information for this particular section. The students who are in this section failed approximately by 20 to 25 questions. Okay, so maybe the passing cutoff is 60. This again my guess, my own analysis based on the mock test which I conduct for the students. So if you scored, say if the cutoff score is 60, then you would have scored near to 30-35, which is very poor score. So you have to improve a lot. Make sure, so in FRM exam, even to improve like 1 or 2, even to improve your score by 1 or 2, it requires hard work. Okay, so this is the interpretation. You failed by 25 to 30 questions, maybe more than that. Okay, so this is like bare minimum what I'm telling you. Now this comes like the second category. Second category is for those, again, this particular section I personally consider as the students who prepared well. So without preparing well, you can't fall under this category. Okay, so you prepared well for 1 or 2 subjects, maybe for 3 subjects, or you prepared properly but didn't revise and all. So this type of preparation results in this particular category. Okay, so 3-3-3-3, 2-3-3-3, and so on. Now there is one more like very important point for you. If you scored second quartile in say book 2 or book 1, then this is really good. Okay, or if you scored second quartile in book 3 or book 4, then this is amazing. Why amazing? Because book 3 and book 4 accounts for 30 questions. Both the subjects accounts for 60% of the exam, and first book and second book accounts for 40% of the exam. So if you are doing, or if you did really well in these 2 subjects, then it is good. Now what is advice here? Like say you scored second quartile in say book 1, then you can set aside that particular book for now. Start with the remaining books. So start with the books in which you scored 3 or 4 and keep those books or those subjects pending or for the revision purpose in which you scored second quartile. So if you have scored say second quartile in 2 subjects, then trust me, you did really well. You failed by 10-15 questions approximately. Okay, but failing by 10-15 questions means again you have to prepare properly. So you have to strike a balance. So you have to prepare those subjects properly in which you scored poor, but you have to maintain your quartiles for the subjects in which you scored properly. Okay, that is the second quartile subjects. If you take the example of say this particular scenario. Okay, so you will take book 1 and book 4 for proper preparation. So where you will start from the 0 and you will prepare properly, solve questions, revise, appear for a mock test and so on. And you will ensure, or you have to ensure, that you score at least second quartiles in book 2 and book 3 in coming exam. So you have to maintain your quartiles. Okay, you should not fall below these quartiles. So how to do this? So ensure you revise these sections again properly and try to improve in these sections. Okay, so this is how you can again maintain your quartiles as well as improve your quartiles. So this is the important section. The last section is very important, like 3-3-2-2. So you scored second quartiles in most important subjects and 3-3 in book 1 and book 2. Now say if you are among those students who are already afraid of the quant section, so I would recommend you to keep this particular section pending. First focus on improving or completely preparing book 1 and improving book 2 and book 3. Make sure you score first quartile in coming exam. So this will help you in compensating the book 2 score. Okay, so see, the efforts you need to improve book 2 are more compared to book 3 and book 4. Okay, so there is a problem. So you have to ensure you design strategy in this particular manner. You should not drop this particular book 2 completely, but again, keep it pending and prepare it in later time once you are done with the remaining 3 subjects, and again you can clear the exam. Next combination is really bad combination. This is a clear indication of improper preparation. Improper because you scored first quartile in some subjects, meaning you prepared those subjects properly, or maybe you had very proper guidance for those subjects and you scored 4 in some subjects. And this is like common recipe for FRM exam, like failure in the FRM exam. Now my recommendation is, first obviously you should prepare in the subjects in which you scored poor properly. Start from the scratch, start from the zero, and make sure you don't score below first or excellent in the subjects in which you already scored excellent. This combination you will see for a lot of students you will see this combination. If you know some students who failed in the exam, so they will report similar type of quartiles. Okay, so for those students, for this category of students, I personally recommend next time make sure you have to ensure you fix these subjects at any cost. Okay, so chances are either you will be able to maintain these quartiles first, or quartiles might drop. Now you scored first, maybe next exam there are only 2 possibilities, right? It might drop. So if you have scored say 4, so it can't go below 4. It will always improve if it improves. But for the first quartile, it is likely to go down, right? So you have to work a lot on these subjects as well to ensure you score first, and you have to think about why you scored poorly in these subjects. If you think like you scored poor because you are unable to understand the concepts, then again you will need guidance. If you think you were unable to prepare properly, like you had no time and you didn't prepare and all like that, then again you can prepare. You can do by self, okay, if this is your category. But remember, if you prepared properly and again you scored say 4, then you need guidance. This is the key point here. This particular combination is very rare. This is kind of a mistake happened in exam, okay, which happens in exam. Sometimes this happens, but this is very rare combination. Why? Because see, book 3 and book 4 are interlinked subjects. So if you are scoring really good in book 3, then it should pull your, sorry, I selected wrong combination. Okay, so this combination, that is 1 4 4 1. So book 3 and book 4 are directly linked. So if you have scored say 4 in book 3, then it is highly unlikely to score 1 in book 4. Okay, so this, a lot of books are there. Like I have to make sure like whatever saying, like whatever book name I'm saying it in correct manner. So I will again rephrase it. So if you have scored say 3, so if you have scored say 4 in book 3, then you have to ensure you are preparing book 4 and book 3 again, even if you have scored first quartile in book 4. Okay, so why? Because again, as I said, these 2 books are interlinked. It is highly unlikely that you scored 4 in book 3 and 1 in book 4. If you have scored like this, the chances are it happened by fluke. I will tell you I will give you the explanation. So in book 4 and book 3, there is very big section which is common in both the books, which is fixed income, right? Second, binomial option pricing, or the option section of book 4, and then you have option section in book 3. Option section in book 4 is very difficult compared to option section in book 3. So if you have scored 4th quartile in book 3, then it is highly unlikely that you will score first in the book 4. 1 in book 4. Okay, so if this happened, then you have to assume that you scored 4 in book 3 and 4 both, and prepare properly for both the books. Now what about this book 2? Again, apply the same rule. Start from the 0, put some efforts. Obviously your marks will increase. Then next is this particular section. Again, this is applicable like 2244 or 1144. The same interpretation is there. You have to just make sure and ensure you fix the subjects in which you scored 4, and you improve the subjects in which you scored 2. Now this is the category of properly, like better luck next time. So this is very close call. Okay, all these combinations are close calls. This is possible. Like maybe you scored 4th in one subject and 1, 2, 3 in other subjects. Now you have to judge yourself. Like if you are prepared, say self, then yeah, definitely you can go by self. But make sure for next time you work on, say if I take the first combination, this particular combination, this combination 3 and 4. So make sure you work a lot on these two subjects. And because see, improving book 3 will automatically improve book 4. Okay, so first you have to work on the book 3, improve book 3 first, make sure you score first quartile in book 3, and then you have to make sure you score again better in book 4. Okay, so you have to improve your quartiles. The best way to judge your preparation is, again, as I told you, like mock tests. Mock tests is the only way to know what's happening with your preparation. There is no other alternative way. Understand this. And majority of the students who fail in the FRM Part 1 exam are those who failed or who don't solve mock tests. Okay, right. So again, so this is like, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for every student who failed in the exam, but this is again very close call. For this particular category, you failed by 4 or 5 questions max. Okay, so because see, 9 is like this, these last 2 quartiles or this quartile combinations. In this combination, you will see some students clearing the exam, some students failing the exam. So you might see exactly same quartile of 2 students, say 2, 4, 1, 2. Maybe this is applicable for say 2 students. The 2 students scored similar quartiles, but you might see one cleared the exam and one failed in the exam. This is possible. Okay, because again, this is the quartile indication, right? Your score is decided based on total score. Say the student who passed with these quartiles scored 61 and maybe you scored 59, just 2 questions. Okay, but this does not mean, this is very important message for you, this does not mean that you can go in a lazy approach or you can take a normal approach, just revise or do some fixes and all. Now you have bigger burden because you have prepared everything properly. Preparing this particular section again is going to be very difficult for you. Now you have to ensure some alternate measures to prepare these things. Okay, so change your style of preparation. Maybe like you can do some other type of things, like I'm not able to guide you properly right now, like what can be the other alternates. Other alternates, like I generally, like, this is my recommendation, read the book in reverse. Okay, so this kind of a method which I recommend to students. What happens when you read a book in reverse? Your brain automatically disengages with your past experience. So this is going to be very helpful for you. So read it, because you already know the concepts, right? So when you will read book in the reverse, then your brain will work in a different manner. So it will help you in keeping your motivation. If that doesn't work, then again you have to think. Okay, so this is all about your quartile performances. So I hope you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm coming up with the lot of very helpful or the important videos. Okay, so thank you for watching. See you in the next video.